You're tuned into the first newscast devoted to the Highland Lakes area. Local team coverage on Tribune Headline News. Bringing you the stories you care about now. Hi everyone, I'm Connie Swinney. This is ThePicyuneTV on Northland Communications Channel 15. Thanks so much for tuning us in. Here's a look at your headlines.
It shows respect and honor for someone that's given the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom.
Hundreds turn out in Burnet to pay their respects as a fallen soldier is returned to the city for a memorial. Going once, going twice, a multi-million-dollar development goes to the auction block. We have details about the sale of Skywater over Horseshoe Bay. Marble Falls city leaders put a price tag on a number of proposed projects. The wish list is long, including everything from a man-made beach to a multi-million-dollar sports complex. That story coming up. We also have two special hosts in our guest weather segment. These guys are on the front lines of battling dangerous fires. They have safety tips and the forecast for you. We'll be right back with news after the break, then your forecast and sports later on. Welcome back. The public pays their respects Tuesday afternoon as a fallen soldier's body is brought back to Burnet for a memorial. Jared Fields has the story.
As area residents gathered along the main roadways in the heart of Burnet on Tuesday, the body of Burnet graduate Anthony M. Nunn arrived by plane. It was easy to see the signs of patriotism and respect everywhere, something members of this community viewed as an honor and a duty.
This is one of the most special things about a small Texas town, is that people will come out whether you know the person or not because it's the right thing to do.
Pride, a lot of pride. It's worth it. You know, because the military's out there taking care of our freedom and keeping us free, and you know, it's only our honor to respect them when something does happen to them or when they come home.
This show of support was to honor the life of 19-year-old Anthony M. Nunn, who fought and died overseas. Private First Class Nunn died May 30th when insurgents used an improvised explosive device to attack his unit in Afghanistan. The family requested their loved one's body be brought back to the community for a memorial service. Nunn was interned at Clements Wilcox on Highway 29 East in Burnet. Nunn joined the Army in 2010, shortly after graduating Burnet High School. He was an avid musician and trombone player in the Burnet High School band. Those who knew him recalled his impact on the lives of everyone around him.
You know, the talent, camaraderie, and familyship that we have here. He and I went to the same high school, had the same teachers, so it's not so much service member to service member, and yeah, there's that camaraderie as well, but it's more of a family brotherhood from being from the same town and paying that kind of respect for me.
A gesture filled not only with sorrow, but gratitude for the sacrifice this soldier made.
If we're doing the right thing and we're showing respect for this family that's given, you know, their son for our freedom, so.
Reporting for ThePicyuneTV, I'm Jared Fields.
A memorial service for Nunn is scheduled for 10 a.m. Wednesday, June 8th at Hill Country Fellowship Church on Highway 29 West in Burnet. The soldier's burial is in Lampasas. In our next headline, a multi-million-dollar development, twice bankrupt, goes to the auction block. The multi-million-dollar development known as Skywater over Horseshoe Bay was put up for sale on Tuesday at the Llano County Courthouse. Twice in 2 years, the development filed for bankruptcy under two different owners after becoming entangled in foreclosure proceedings in federal court. Skywater sought Chapter 11 protection from its primary lender, IBC Bank of San Antonio. The first brush with foreclosure came in 2009 when the original investors, HB Texas Development Partners, fell short in funding and defaulted on several loans.
Going twice, struck off.
And now the development is sold for $29 million to IBC Bank of San Antonio, the only bidder in the auction on the courthouse steps. The plan was to create high-end, environmentally friendly communities in the Highland Lakes. Once built, Skywater over Horseshoe Bay would have about 1,000 residents, with lots priced from $140,000 to $490,000. The development included an 18-hole Jack Nicklaus signature golf course called Summit Rock, which served as a major cornerstone of the project. Coming up next, your weather forecast featuring members of Marble Falls Fire Rescue. We'll be right back.
We are established. We are qualified. We are certified. We are knowledgeable. We are dependable. We are Ken's Heating and Air. Our people make the difference.
Welcome back. We'd like to welcome two gentlemen to our newscast who know what it takes to keep residents out of harm's way when it comes to fires, disasters, and bad weather. Firefighters are our local front line of protection. As hazardous drought conditions grip the area, what better sources for your forecast and safety tips than a couple of firefighters who join us now. Coy and Johnny, take it away.
County. Hey everyone, I'm Captain Coy Ginner with Marble Falls Fire Rescue.
And I'm Johnny Caraway, your Marble Falls Fire Marshal.
We're here to talk about the weather and the hazardous conditions we're under as a result.
The best way to describe the weather lately is hot and dry. Unfortunately, we haven't seen enough rain to improve the situation.
Later on, we will have some tips for you to help you avoid the fire dangers. But first, here's a look at your forecast for the Burnet County area. For the rest of your Wednesday afternoon, you can expect mostly sunny skies with a high near triple digits. Breezy conditions with winds out of the southeast up to 10 miles per hour.
Wednesday night, partly cloudy skies with a low around 70. Wind gusts are expected to get up to 20 miles per hour.
On Thursday, more windy conditions again, with gusts up to 20, mostly sunny with a high of near 96.
Thursday night, the winds out of the southeast died down a little around 10 miles per hour. The lows are going to be around 70.
Let's take a quick look into Friday. Sunny and hot, with a high around 97 and gusty winds again. You can expect more of the same through your weekend. With these hot and windy conditions, we're on high alert for potential fire dangers.
The humidity is right about 50%, and there's no chances for rain at least for the next few days.
We have some tips to help keep your family safe when the fire danger is high. First, keep your grass trimmed up to 100 feet around your home. The same goes for trees and brush. Also, remove dead wood, debris, and low-hanging tree branches. Take a close look at your landscaping and research fire-resistant plants to place around your home. And stack any firewood at least 30 feet away from any structures on your property.
Here's a few more fire prevention tips for you. Install smoke alarms on every level in your home. Practice fire evacuation plans and provide emergency vehicle access to your home. As a reminder, we are under a county-wide ban on outdoor burning.
As you already know, it's a tinderbox out there. We hope you do your part to avoid fires which threaten your home.
That was your forecast for the Highland Lakes. Thanks for watching.
I'm Captain Coy Ginner.
I'm Fire Marshal Johnny Caraway for ThePicyuneTV.
Back to you, Connie.
Thanks so much, guys, for joining us. You're welcome back anytime. Let's turn our attention to sports. Here's Jennifer Fierro with the latest from Marble Falls and Faith Academy.
The Marble Falls summer baseball program is in full swing. The Mustangs actually had their first doubleheader on Thursday night. Marble Falls did beat Lampasas 10-2 and 12-1, led by several underclassmen, including pitchers Cody Goodman and Sal Guzman. Now, the Mustangs looked incredibly sharp on both sides of the ball. They were able to get numerous runs, and several players came through from the plate. Meanwhile, the Mustangs didn't have hardly any errors and were able to make routine plays. This will be an extremely important portion for David Norwood and the Marble Falls High School coaching staff, as several of the players who are playing this summer will be returning for the 2012 season. We can't leave you without visiting one of the other camps going on. And last week we stopped in at the Faith Academy football camp. We did get a chance to see 21 Flames out and about learning the fundamentals of football by one of the best coaches in the area, Russ Roberts, who has guided numerous teams to the playoffs, including last season's Faith Academy Flames that lost in the first round. We did get a chance to talk to Coach Roberts about his camp. Here's what he had to say.
Great. This is great. I expected, John told me we'd have over 20. I expected probably about 10 or 12. And I'm thrilled with the outturn, and the kids are working hard. We're having a good time. Matter of fact, we're even adding a day because we're having so much fun. We were supposed to be at 3 days, and we're going to finish on Friday.
That's it for sports. I'm Jennifer Fierro. Connie, back to you.
Jennifer, thanks. They're starting to put the pen to the paper and come up with estimated costs for a string of proposed projects from the Marble Falls Parks and Recreation Commission. One such project involves a sandy beach in an area in Johnson Park formerly known as Campers Corner. Officials estimate building a beach area complete with restrooms and parking off the water would cost about $50,000. The Parks and Recreation Commission recently announced they will be asking the City Council for approximately $50,000 per year of capital improvement funds to carry out projects like the beach proposal. An answer on that request is pending. Here's a list of other projects and price tags on the Commission's wish list. The Backbone Whitman Trailway, which is a two-phase project, the first of which gravel from Johnson to Westside Park, about $50,000. At the existing skate park, a restroom and building renovations, including a group room for rentals, would be about $50,000. An adult soccer field proposal to identify a location and build would be about $10,000, they estimate. Johnson Park Trails, a hike and bike trail that's connecting from Johnson Park to another area of the city, $50,000. The Campers Corner Park improvements, and this includes the area where the Sandy Beach proposal is as well. Shaded picnic tables and boat tie-ups would cost about $200,000. Now the sports complex is the big ticket item, about $8 million for softball, baseball, and soccer fields. An area for parking southwest of Johnson Street and Avenue L would cost about $100,000. Now Westside Park, this is the newest park in all the parks in Marble Falls. A back 9-disc golf course would be an additional $90,000. Lakeside Trails, which is gravel trails around Lakeside Park, would be about $50,000. And the Backbone Whitman Trail, this is the phase 2 part, from Westside Park to the Greens would be $100,000. And non-motorized mobility hike and bike trails would be about $30,000. Officials admit there are no solid plans for specific funding methods for the larger multi-million-dollar sports complex proposal, but say it may be lower on the list than less expensive items.
A good approach to doing maybe smaller projects at a time would at least ensure that we're doing something in our park system as opposed to waiting and then trying to do multi-million-dollar projects to catch up with repairs that haven't been done in quite some time. What I would propose is that the city look at allocating $50,000 or so per year out of the capital budget to take on some of the smaller projects. And that way we could see continual improvements over the years instead of waiting so long, nothing happened, and then all of a sudden be faced with a very high dollar project.
During that same meeting where those discussions took place, a commissioner resigned. Wendy Fitzer announced her resignation due to her recent move to Spicewood. Fitzer was the driving force behind the Sandy Beach project. Those were your headlines. Thanks for watching. For ThePicyuneTV, I'm Connie Swinney.